and I started to gain weight because I was looking at the number and saying, wow, I still have like 300 calories that I can eat. Okay, to those who don't know me, my name is Killer and I run this channel which has a lot of other things. Each video is on a different language as well. English, Japanese, Portuguese. Well, this video happens to be in English. What am I going to talk about? I'm going to talk about a little bit about my journey. I've lost 10 kilograms, which is about 22 pounds in the course of 4 to 5 months, and over this period of time I did some stuff that I shouldn't have done, and thus I want to give a list of tips for beginners on how to lose weight. I'm not going to give any special formula or anything, it's just about my experience. I'm not a personal trainer, I'm not a dietitian, I'm not any of those things. I just want to talk about what happened to me and how that can help you. So let's go to tip number 1. It's dangerous to overdo. So here's something that I did right at the beginning of my this journey to lose weight. I was following one of those YouTubers, specifically Jeff Cavalier on AtleanX, and I was doing one of those 22 days challenge that he did on his channel, and I was doing every day, but here's the thing, I didn't have any prior experience to this point. So in one of the trainings that I was doing, I was sweating a lot. I didn't notice, but I probably was not doing on the proper form either. And when I was doing one of the movements, I slipped and I dislocated my shoulder. With that, I had to stop training for about 2 to 3 weeks, and when I got back, I had to do other sort of exercises. The doctor told me that I should not overextenuate anything regarding my shoulder, and I started to work on my shoulder with some elastic bands, resistance bands, and that's how I got introduced to resistance bands, which I use up until now. I still use those on my training sessions. So that's my tip number 1. Don't overdo it, especially if you're a beginner. Tip number 2, if you can, check a doctor. Go and look for a doctor, because this happened to me first because I was tired and I slept, and this happened to me. Way back, I had the same problem with my shoulder, and the doctor told me that I was very lucky actually, because since I did had this problem before, I probably would have to take on a surgery, but I was lucky that I didn't need that. So my second tip is check for a doctor to see if you have any conditions that will kind of like limit your training. So my tip number 3, again, doctor. Go to a doctor if you're going to try some extreme things, and this time not just about exercises, but I'm talking about food as well. If you're going to start a crazy diet or something like that, I'm going to just cut carbs and go keto, check a doctor before doing those kind of things, because it might not be exactly what you should be doing. You don't know if you have something, so it's probably safer to check a doctor before any sort of diet or something that it's extreme. I'm not talking about every diet, just a few of the extreme ones. There are some extreme diets over there. Oh, and fasting, I don't think fasting is a good idea. So tip number 4, still talking about diets. So if you only diet without exercising, you will probably lose muscle as well. It all depends on a lot of other factors, but mainly you will lose some lean mass as well. So to prevent that, do some exercises as well, some weightlifting or something like that. And about weightlifting, that will be my tip number 6. Weightlifting is not the best exercise to lose weight. If you want to lose weight, best type of exercises is cardio, but weightlifting is also good for not losing lean mass, or if you want to build lean mass, but not for losing weight. The best thing is to do both. So tip number 7, it might be redundant, I just told you about that, but it's to exercise and diet at the same time. You don't want to focus just on one thing. If you just diet, you will lose weight, but you probably are going to lose lean mass as well. If you only exercise, you're not going to catch up on the food that you are eating. So the best thing is to do both at the same time. Tip number 8. You know those calculators that you find online that has your BMR, your basal metabolic rate. Those calculators that tells you your BMR, you should use it just as a guideline to what your BMR is, because you won't really know. For instance, I did my BMR on one of those calculators, and I started to eat according to that BMR, and I was actually still gaining weight. I was not losing weight. I found out that my BMR is lower than what the calculator was saying. What you need to do is, if you want to lose weight, eat less than what you are eating right now, and if you want to gain weight, eat more than what you are eating right now. My last tip will be about this calorie thing. If you want to lose weight, you need to be on a calorie deficit. There is no other way to lose weight. You need to eat less calories than what you are using. So your body will start to use fat from all your other parts of the body, and you cannot I just want to lose fat on my belly. You can't. You don't choose where you're going to burn fat. It comes with, it's genetics where you lose fat first. But if you persist, one day it will burn exactly where you want to burn, but only after using all the other places. Anyway, so yes, you need to be on a calorie deficit. It doesn't really matter what you are eating. If you're not on a calorie deficit, you're not going to lose weight. So my last tip is to be careful with those apps that tells you how many calories you are eating. I also started to use those apps, and I started to gain weight because I was looking at the number and saying, wow, I still have 300 calories that I can eat. And I ate those 300 or next to 300, and I was starting to gain weight again. Those apps will never tell you exactly how many calories you are eating, because you have to take into account a lot of other factors, like for instance, if the package is telling you the truth on the nutrition facts, or did you weight your food, or did you use any sauce with that food? What kind of oil did you use to cook? Did you see that food being cooked? And a lot of other things. So don't use that app as for real, because it will not tell you the truth. It will not tell you what you are eating. And what should you do then? Well, you can use it as a guideline maybe add 10 to 30% of what the app is saying. So if the app is telling you that food is like 100 calories, maybe you can kind of like think that, oh, it's not 100, it's probably 110, 130 calories that I'm eating. If you do that, you can use it as a guideline. In the end, your own experience will tell you if you are eating a lot or not. So that's it. That was like I think it was 9 or 10 tips. I lost count. I didn't write a script for this. I just wrote some topics, and some came with in like as I was recording this. So yeah, those were my tips to lose weight if you are a beginner. I'm not a trainer, like I said, I'm not a dietitian. It's just based on my own experience. It might not work for you, but it might work for you as well. Why do I say that? Because only you will know what sort of thing you are going through. Everybody is different, but that's not an excuse to not try to live healthier, to have a healthier life. It's not an excuse like, that guy is lean because of genetics and I'm fat because... It's not an excuse. You can live healthier, but in the end, you need to see if you're happy with your body. If you're happy with your body, then good job. If not, you can do something about it. It only depends on you. I will probably do other videos on this, on this topic, because it's something that I started, and I feel like I need to spread the word, because I started to feel great after exercising and things like that. Well, okay, then you guys see me later. Bye.